Hello, friends, and welcome to Tori Talks TV. This is our Fab 5. So, this Fab 5 is our top 5 best scenes from Game of Thrones Season 1. We had a lot of scenes to choose from. We both chose our top 5. Dr. S, what's your number 5?
That was a really, really tough decision.
Yeah, it was.
Whittling it down to 5 scenes.
Yeah.
But, so my number 5 was from episode 5, called The Wolf and the Lion. It was a scene that has really stuck with me ever since the book, actually, that I did read.
Oh, good job.
So it's where Lysa Arryn is breastfeeding her son, Sweet Robin.
Oh, gosh.
His name's actually Robert.
Oh, really?
Yes, but the filmmakers thought that would be confusing.
Okay, so it wasn't just me who was a little startled when I saw this, 10-year-old boy suckling?
I mean, I don't think that we should judge any mothering decisions.
No.
But, 10 years old, nursing.
It's a little much.
It's a bit much.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it kind of set the tone for, the character.
She's so neurotic about it.
She is.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he is a character that needed to be, pushed away from the nest.
Yeah, but she doesn't trust anybody.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. So, what was so amazing is that, Game of Thrones, not afraid to just show it.
Yeah.
He is, right there, in her breast. Prosthetic, by the way.
Oh, I figured, man. How do you get a young actor to do that?
Thank goodness. 10 years old.
You can't pay him enough to do
that.
But,
the little snippet I showed there is, the milk's, on his face.
Oh, jeez.
That's the part where I was just like, wow, you really needed to go there?
Of course they did.
Good job, Game of Thrones, for making that super duper more disturbing than I read it, and I was disturbed. And I was like, are you gonna include it? How's it gonna be? And yeah, you did it. Boom. Milk on the face. Milk on the face. My number 5.
Do you mind if we move on?
I know, right?
Because, wow.
Right. That's why it was number 5.
No, I get it.
Hit it and quit.
Okay, so my number 5 scene is when Robb Stark becomes the King of the North. So they're all sitting around and talking about this, and this one guy jumps up. He's like, by the way, this is our King of the North because Ned is dead, right? So they all start chanting, King of the North, King of the North. And then they bend their knee to him, and I feel like you see Robb's face, and he's like, oh God, I'm King of the North. This stuff's getting real. And then even Catelyn, his mom's like, oh my God. My baby. Yeah, this is real now. You know what I mean? His life is going to be in danger. She's visibly worried, but I think it's a really big moment, and I got goosebumps, and I don't get goosebumps often, but I was like, oh my gosh, that's right. The transition of power from Ned to Robb Stark. So very memorable for me, that one scene.
Because they're he's a child.
Well, it's just kind of very by the way, you're the King of the North now. Oh, wait, I am.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it was kind of all of a sudden.
Oh, yay, oh, crap.
Oh, great.
Yay.
And he's going to have to grow up real fast because he's, a little kid at that point.
True.
But anyway.
That's true.
That's my number 5. What is your number 4?
Okay, so my number 4, and so I have to say, this is we are rewatching to get ready for the final season.
Yes, we are.
And the scene that I was most looking forward to was in episode 6, A Golden Crown.
Of course.
Viserys, brother of Daenerys, Dany, one of our favorite characters.
Yeah.
He has been looking forward to this golden crown for a long, long time.
That's all he talks about.
He is not a good person.
No.
He does some bad things to his sister.
Yeah.
Pimps her out
he's gross.
So bad.
Inappropriate.
So he can't wait to get this golden crown. Well, when he gets it, it's one of the most gruesome death scenes I've ever seen.
I know.
In TV. The science of it kind of boggles my mind. Let's throw some gold into a cauldron, heat it up, watch it boil, and throw it on somebody's head.
Exactly.
And it cools, and he bonk.
He's dead.
Oh, it's
vindication.
Oh my God. It's never good to watch people die, but dang, that was satisfying.
Absolutely.
It questioned my own being.
No, that's okay. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Makes you feel better. Yeah. Bye-bye, Viserys. Good riddance. Yeah, you got your golden crown. Shut up.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, well, my number 4 is Sansa's plea to King Joffrey to please show mercy to my father after he charges him with treason. Okay, this sweet little girl is like, oh, but please show mercy. Like, she's so sweet about it, and she's like literally on her knees, as you can see, and she's like, please show, mercy to my father. And she's not even trying to deny it at this point that, like, he, that he's treasonous. She's just like, just please, go easy on him. And it's a very sweet, touching moment, from daughter to father. Anyway, that got me too.
Yeah.
Because, she knows he's in trouble, and she's not even going to try to argue with him because King Joffrey is crazy, and there's, his mind's made up. So that was a big moment for me.
Yeah, knowing what you know about what's going to happen, too, you're like, she's going to marry this guy who just had her father killed.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
There's that.
Are we supposed to believe that Cersei actually also wanted Mercy, like, to send him to the wall? I just don't know.
No way.
No way. I don't know. But I was like, Joffrey, what a
You're not
jackhole you are.
Yeah.
That was like, that was a very...
Yeah, that was crazy. So that's why it's my number 4.
Yeah.
So let's move on to number 3. What is your number 3?
Okay, so my number 3 is from the very first episode, Winter is Coming.
Okay.
So it's the scene where Tyrion and Jon Snow meet for the first time.
Yeah.
So the
Lannisters,
the Baratheons, I guess, have come to the north. And they're all having a party inside. And
the Lannisters, yeah.
Yeah, and Caitlyn has asked Jon Snow to remain outside. Because he's a bastard.
Yeah.
She doesn't think that he should be inside, so he's just outside, like...
He's not worthy.
Doing stuff to that bag of meat.
Of whatever.
Like what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Tyrion comes out, and he, like, starts talking to him, and makes these connections between, like, himself and Jon Snow. And one of the most moving moments is when Jon is like, what do you know about being a bastard? And Tyrion says to, right?
Yeah.
He's like... all dwarves are bastards in the minds of their fathers.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, oh, I gotta go see it.
Yeah.
But also, there's I didn't realize how much information we are given in episode 1 to, like, what's to come. And so, by the last penultimate season, we know that Jon Snow is potentially
Sure.
Related to the Targaryens.
Yeah.
Well, in this whole, like, oh, dwarves are bastards in the eyes of their fathers, there's also kind of hints that Tyrion may also be a bastard, and maybe he is also not a Lannister.
Oh, hey.
So, I don't know. I just didn't even see that all the way back in season 1. But
I didn't either.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dark-haired dwarf.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. My number 3 also has to do with Jon Snow, but this is the scene when Jon is saying goodbye to Arya, and he gives her the sword, and he's like, stick 'em with the pointed end. And it was just a very sweet and tender moment between big brother and little sister. And it's cute to see their relationship. And Jon Snow. How do you not love Jon Snow? And Arya is just as cool as could be. She's the little tomboy of the family. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. At that moment, you really get to see their dynamic and how close they are. Yeah. So that's why it's my number 3.
I like that moment too.
Yeah, that was very sweet. All right. Oh my gosh, let's move on to number 2.
Okay.
What's your number 2?
So my number 2 is from episode 2, The King's Road. So it's where Arya and Joffrey at King's Landing have their encounter at the river's edge.
Oh, yeah.
So Joffrey is like just walking around with his lady Sansa, who thinks like, oh, I just want to marry a prince, blah, blah. Don't marry any prince, dude. Be a little pickier.
You don't need them.
You just, it's fine.
Right.
Yeah, because this is not the one for you. So Arya's like with Micah, the butcher's son, practicing with the wooden sticks.
Playing.
Yeah. And then Joffrey like comes in thinking he's like all like better than they are.
Whatever.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the point at which Arya, like, Nymeria, first of all, the direwolf, who I love, like, saves her life and bites his hand. I'm like, yes. Why didn't Nymeria get his throat?
Right.
Get him in the throat. I know. Just kill him.
That would have been perfect.
But that didn't happen. But then Arya gets his sword and also has the opportunity to, like, take him out, but she didn't. Finish him.
She didn't do it.
She didn't. Yeah. And I just love that moment. His face when he's, like, begging.
Sniveling little brat. She's scared too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's
a good one. Well, my number 2, and it's only number 2, it's really crazy to say this, is when Ned is beheaded. But that whole scene, dude, okay, so like Arya's like going to this, event, and she's like stands up on the statue, she looks up and she can see her father being like, he's shackled and he's like being led out, and you see Sansa there, and Sansa's like confident that King Joffrey's gonna do what she asked, which is, no, she's like, please show him mercy, right? And he's gonna confess everything so he can be sent to the Night's Watch and everything's gonna be great, right? So then what does King Joffrey do? In true Joffrey fashion, he's like, yeah, that's great and all, like women are so soft, like they're softies, but I want his head.
Yeah.
So then everybody's like panicked, and then you see Sansa like, what the heck? And then Arya's obviously like, what's going on? So that guy like brings her, like she gets down, and the guy's like trying to like cover her eyes, and I was like, surely they're not gonna cut his head off, right? It's Ned. And then Sansa's freaking out, but no, what happens? He's beheaded. They take his freaking head off. And even after that moment, right after it, it's silent, and you just see Arya look up. She can't see what's happening, but she looks up, and these birds are flying. And it's just like, it's like one of the most compelling, like, I don't know, chilling scenes of the whole season. So, yeah, and then even Sansa, she faints after. Yeah. She's just like, can't believe it. No way.
What just happened?
No way did I just see that.
I know.
Yeah, so that's only number 2. It's crazy that it's only number 2, but
you know what's really weird too? What? In the very next episode where they're like cleaning off the sword, and it has this like one bloody hair.
The hair.
Yeah, one bloody hair.
I know.
Like,
that was crazy.
That detail.
Yeah, they don't miss a thing. Okay, let's reveal our number 1s because it's time. What's your number 1?
My number 1 is like, this has to be the most badass moment.
Here we go.
Mother of Dragons.
What?
When Dany emerges from the fire.
Yeah.
And she's freaking got dragons all over her body.
Little baby dragon.
She's awesome.
It's a big moment. It's a big deal. It's
like
big turn of events.
She's freaking cool. That's all I have to say.
That's okay, because my number 1 is also when Dany emerges from the ashes, and she has 3 tiny little baby dragons.
One blocking her privates.
Yeah. And we have the same picture. The biggest thing is that like the Dothraki people are like, oh my gosh, she survived that fire? Like, you're obviously a goddess. Like, you're a big deal. And they just start bending their knee to her. They're like, basically like, all hail you. So you know that like she's a big deal.
Yeah, you survived a fire and there's dragons.
And those little fossilized eggs have hatched.
They're cute though.
Oh, I know.
They're so cool.
They're super cute. That's cool. We had the same number 1. Yeah.
That was our only one.
Big deal. Definitely a big deal. Oh, I'm so excited. I was really happy to watch this season over again, to relive all this. Yeah.
Me too.
So that was very fun. Thank you, Fab Five, for letting us do that. You're the reason why. Okay, everybody. I hope you all agreed with our Fab Five. If you didn't, please comment and let us know what your Fab Five would be. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time with our next Fab Five. See ya.
Winter is coming.